Alrighty guys, we got a very special video today. I'm with our man, Nabil.
The professor.
The professor. This guy knows everything about every GM and crazy exciting news. What are we in today, Nabil?
We are in the 2020 Chevrolet Corvette
C8.
C8.
Absolutely. Super excited. We're doing a special delivery today for one of our clients, but it gives us the opportunity to show you guys a couple things. Nabil has certainly been doing his homework with this vehicle, so we're super excited to get to show you guys and walk you through. And you know, there's plenty of videos online, but in terms of what Nabil will be able to answer, I'm going to hype him up. He knows a lot about this new car and a lot of the cool reasons of why it's one of the best Corvettes ever. Is that fair to say?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It's a mid-engine Corvette. Like there's nothing better than this.
Give us a rundown. So this is brand new for 2020, redesigned by GM.
Yes, sir.
And so it's mid-engine. I'm gonna ask you, what's so good about mid-engine? Why is this thing a machine?
The engine here is the same like it used to be before. It's a 6.2 naturally aspirated V8. By the way, it's the only naturally aspirated engine in the segment for a mid-engine vehicle.
Okay.
And then, when you look at the numbers, we're doing 2.9 seconds from 0 to 60.
In this model, in this car.
Model, yeah.
And this is not even the top of the line.
No,
this is just a Stingray.
This is just a Stingray. We didn't go to Z06 yet. We didn't go to ZR1 yet. So, to have below 3 seconds performance. This
it's like
is
a supercar.
Yeah, it is a supercar, and you know, 2.9, the LaFerrari gives you, I think, 2.4 to 2.5 seconds, 0 to 60, but it costs $1.5 million.
So you could buy 15 Corvettes, give or take?
Easily.
Okay, so one for every color.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the color that we have today. Is this new for 2020 for GM's lineup?
Well, no, the Sebring orange has been there before.
Okay.
It's a beautiful color. It's a Sebring orange on a black interior. I love that color.
Yeah, it looks super sharp from the outside.
It looks really sharp. I love it. And what else? The vehicle has, like, there's a lot of new things on this vehicle. And by a lot, I mean almost everything.
Let's start from left to right, Nabil. So we'll cut this after. We'll have fun with it. Let's talk about the driver door. So let's talk about getting in the car.
So first of all, this car has the getting inside is amazing. It's nice because the opening button for this car is underneath the microfiber design that you see in the outside by the door. So it's hidden, which is really nice. And then you go inside, you sit inside, you feel like you're sitting inside a cockpit. Seriously, you feel like you're in a fighter jet.
Yeah.
And there's memory seats on this side. Bose Performance Series, we've talked about that before in previous videos. 14 speakers. You have, of course, memory seats. Of course, power door locks, power mirrors. Those are stuff that we're used to from GM. Then you come to the cool stuff, which is, first of all, you have a heads-up display in front of you. You have a beautiful 10-inch screen right here in front of you, customizable according to driving mode. You have 4 driver modes. You go from tour to sport, track, and weather. And amazingly, I just saw a video this morning, a guy driving it in the snow. And really? Even braking in snow is amazing. Like, the vehicle is set up amazingly. And then you have beautiful, huge paddle shifters right here, made of magnesium. And then you have this new steering, which is beautiful. And the reason why it's designed this way is that, first of all, it's derived from racing cars, and second, it gives you plenty of space to see your dash.
Cool.
And then holding it at the 9 and 3 position is just phenomenal.
So is there anything else? So of course it does have some paddle shifters there. Is there anything else really cool about the steering wheel?
Absolutely. You have a Z mode right here. So you have a Z button. When you press it, you go right away into track mode. And then you hear the vehicle louder just like that.
Just on the steering wheel when you need it.
You got it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And it's so cool that the engine is just open. There's a pane of glass there, just to show it off. So, you know, we'll talk a little bit more about the engine in a second. But you know, the other thing about this car, let's talk about the paddle shifters. This is the first Corvette that they've released that's only available in automatic. Is that correct?
That is true. So it's only automatic, and I'm happy you opened this subject because it is a dual clutch transmission. It's an 8-speed. What does that mean to you is that dual clutch, it means it shifts way faster. So if you're racing this car, you'd be like, that's why we get the two. Also, it's a combination of that plus the mid-engine, plus the new architecture that gets you from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. So that's part of the help, right? It's an amazing transmission. It's available on only sports cars, like really high-end sports cars.
Okay.
But it's just phenomenal.
Cool. Okay, so there we go. We moved the camera forward a little bit. You know what? For how the car's designed, I thought it was going to have way less room.
On the inside?
On the inside.
You actually have more room on the inside.
There's a surprising amount of armor.
You have more room on the inside.
Yeah, the C7 Corvettes I found, it's almost like, I don't know what to do with my hands right now because I'm excited. Yeah. I just kind of want to be grabbing the steering wheel, but there's a ton of room. Like, I thought this was going to maybe isolate the passenger. It doesn't feel like that because you still have a middle column here where there's plenty of room for your arm. They did a really good job, in my opinion, with the wireless charging pad. It's tucked away right here.
It looks so neat.
It looks like it's a part of it. I know sometimes when you get a new car, and I know we're talking about wireless charging in a Corvette, but it's really tucked away. Like, it's an awesome spot. You'll be able to fit your phone, and it doesn't affect any of the aesthetics, I guess, of the design, of the feeling that you're in a spaceship here. And I do like it. Obviously, you have your cup holder here. The really neat thing, it's so minor, but probably about the design, is the cup holders are actually staggered in height. And it's neat because it keeps the aesthetic of the car, like such a small detail, but it makes it so that if you have two large coffees, they're not sitting flush. It just adds to the appearance of the car.
Totally.
Really, really cool little piece of design. Talking about the driving modes, so Nabil went into detail about the engine. Let's talk about these paddle shifters for a second here. Or sorry, what is this, Nabil?
So this right here is for choosing the driving mode on the fly. So like right now we're driving in tour mode, right? And you can switch on the fly just like that. And I went to my mode, or I will talk about my mode in a second. But then you can go this way, and now I'm in sport mode. And suddenly the dynamics of the car changes between steering and suspension and dash and handling and noise. So everything changes, and you can now hear that. So yeah, right away you have everything different, right? And by the way, that push went to 140, 150 right away. So
just in like half a second there.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, like how fast this car is.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm blown away here by the amount of space. Like, obviously, I have all the camera stuff. I got so excited with Nabil. We need to go deliver this car, but I shoved everything that I have, probably overkill. I underestimated the legroom, but like I'm still pretty impressed with the handroom.
So let me put it this way: I'm 6'1.5". I'm sitting beyond comfortable. I have one small comment about the seats. We'll talk about it in a bit. But in general, I have beyond plenty of room, like a lot of room. Like, I'm very comfortable. And I know with a different seat setup, I can take this car on a road trip. But I need the different seat setup. So we'll talk about that in a bit as well.
Cool. Yeah. Let's talk about just hopefully the camera can pick this up. Just the instrument cluster right here, or I guess the heating and cooling. So just going through it from the top, you have for the passenger and the driver, you have dual climate, heated seats, ventilated seats. In terms of air conditioning, this is pretty standard. Nabil, is there anything else maybe that we're not seeing in the spec sheet here, or what you see is what you get?
No, just what you see, what you get. It's very simple, very normal, straightforward, but it also reminds you of that fighter jet, right? It reminds you that console, like everything is available here at your fingertips. You don't have to seek it, you don't have to find it. It's right there in front of you.
It's very tactile, I've noticed too. Right? Yeah. You have obviously the buttons here, but it kind of feels cool, like it's a switch to change the temperature. Everything in this car, there's these little details everywhere. The other thing too that I think is kind of neat, like it's so minor, but just the window switches, right? It looks really cool. It's like it feels like you're doing more than just putting the window down. Obviously, we're not going to do it right now because the camera's attached, but it feels like you should have gotten some kind of training to be in this passenger seat, even though I'm not driving it, which is pretty cool. Talking really quickly too, this is the latch, Nabil. This opens it's not a sunroof, but it's the...
So basically, this one has a removable hardtop.
Okay.
We're used to that in the Corvette, which is, it's called the Targa style, a hardtop. I love that feature because you can have the best of both worlds. You can have the coupe shape, or summertime you can remove this top and stow it in the back. There's a place where you can stow it in the back.
We're getting raced right now. Uh-oh.
Yeah, somebody trying to race, so I'm not gonna race him. This is a client's car. So, by all means.
But we would win? Would we win?
Against this guy, yeah, we would.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We have the bigger spoiler.
Definitely we win, yeah, definitely.
and a orange adds
We have a
bit
lot of things that we can win against any pony car, right?
No offense to Mustangs, but this is a machine of its
Not only
own.
that, news to you, I just watched a video this morning, a drag race from zero between this and a Cadillac CTS-V.
Yeah.
6.2 supercharged, 640 horsepower, 640 pound-feet of torque. This beat it.
No kidding.
Yes.
Wow.
And so obviously the engine setup, the transmission is just phenomenal. Amazing. Just amazing. Like, I can't keep saying the word amazing. And you only have to drive this car to really know what I'm talking about.
And let's talk about the price point. So we're in Canada. What is this car? What would this car retail for, Nabil?
So you can get this car for below 70,000.
Wow.
Below 70,000. This car specifically is slightly above 100, but this is a loaded. This is top of the line, fully loaded.
Top of the line Stingray.
Fully loaded, has the beautiful black wheels on it as well. Gives it. I mean, guys, if you're getting this car, you better opt in for the Trident wheels. And if you like the black color, then get the black Trident wheels, because it makes a huge difference in this car.
Cool. And let's talk about the other kind of practicalities of the vehicle, the trunk space. So I actually put my briefcase in the back. There's a surprising amount of room in the front and the back. There's actually usable space back there.
Yes. So you have let's call the front. Let's call it the frunk.
Frunk, yeah.
And the back. So in the front you can have a carry-on and a laptop bag if you're traveling, for example. So you can put it there. In the back, you can have a couple of golf clubs cases, and I'm not talking about the huge ones with the wheels and stuff, but you can still manage to put the couple in there. You can put 2 suitcases, and by the way, for those Corvette enthusiasts, you can buy Corvette suitcases specifically from Corvette.
Yeah.
And both of them, they fit perfectly in the back. So in case traveling is what you do, those suitcases will be an extra beautiful complementary for this car.
Cool. Nabil, while you're driving here, I'm going to just poke around the navigation. So it's the newest navigation here.
Yes. So we have the latest system from GM. Again, we discussed this. It's similar to the one we had in the Cadillac videos.
Yeah.
But of course, it's designed for this car in terms of colors and setup.
Yeah. One small thing I'll say, and I mentioned it in the last video, but the infotainment, like, it's just so easy to manipulate, even if you are driving. Like, no doubt Nabil would be able to work with this. You can actually flip the map. You can pinch in and out. It's pretty fast.
Yes.
And we don't have a phone pair today, but again, hopping in the car, it's almost like before you start the engine, the Bluetooth is already connected. It's pretty insane. And you have turn-by-turn navigation here, which is really cool. So it's really easy to see where you're supposed to be going. It zooms in. Now, is this new? Is this in all of the GMs? I haven't seen this screen before, Nabil.
Yes, it is in all of the GMs.
Okay, so it's new in all the GMs. That's a really neat feature. Okay, so we got our screen back. Let's just poke around a few things. So you do get Wi-Fi in this car.
Yeah, go on navigation so we don't lose the route.
Navigation, yeah. Sorry, I'm not gonna poke around too much.
It's okay. You can just let me.
When we get back on the highway, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the garage door openers.
Okay, so you do have them there.
Yeah.
Right there. They're also available for you. You can program your garage opener to open from here.
Yep.
Without having to carry on your own transmitter.
And it's so slick. It's so
is.
tiny. It's just built in. Like everything about this car
is right there.
has been thought out.
Yeah. The vehicle comes with an option for you to have the nose in the front lift, so that when you arrive to a certain place, let's say you're leaving work, and at work
There's
you have a
curb.
you have a hump, right? That
Yeah.
you don't want to hit the beautiful front splitter, right? So what you do is you can lift the vehicle. You push the button, and actually it lifts. The vehicle lifts in the front about 40 millimeters
Okay.
to get you across that hump. Now, you can actually, when you do that, the vehicle asks you, do you want to save it? and you can save that location via GPS.
So it'll automatically raise for you? So
Yes.
wow. So if you're driving along, it's been a long day, you forgot, the GPS is still going to recognize that exact spot?
And you can actually save up to 1,000 spots.
Wow.
1,000 spots.
So it'll automatically raise for you. So
Yes.
if you're having a day where you totally forgot, you're not going to scratch your car. That's pretty neat.
Exactly.
That's smart.
And it can do it, I think, up to a speed of 37 kilometers an hour.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about the intelligence in this car. Now, I know that you shared this with me in a prior vehicle. We were in the Escalade. Will this car text you when there's something wrong with it?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
you have that option.
Let's talk about that, because that's something that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah. So
what am I saying when I mean?
So first of all, when you pick up your vehicle from GM, any vehicle that is, you have the capability of having an OnStar service, which is free of charge for the next 10 years.
Okay.
In those 10 years, you have the possibility of getting the car to communicate with you and talk to you, text you, send you an email, tell you, or even call you if it's being stolen. So
How does it know? How does it know?
So there are sensors in the car.
Yeah.
It's via OnStar that tells you basically, hey, I'm being stolen. Now, some of those services, mind you, are per subscription. You have to pay for them.
Okay.
Some of them are not. Example, if your tire pressure is running low,
Yeah.
that's free. The vehicle will tell you, will send you text, hey, I'm running low.
Wow.
Your tire pressure, your tire goes flat. Your vehicle sends you and tell you, hey, your tire is flat.
Yeah.
So imagine you're traveling the next day somewhere and you're having supper and suddenly you receive a text and you know about the tire before it happens, which is great because now you have the option to fix it before you wake up in the morning and, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna miss my flight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, that's a great feature, by the way. None of the manufacturers have those features. OnStar has been out there since 1996 and they've been great. They've always been the pioneers in introducing a lot of new stuff, and I mean, it shows. It shows.
Awesome. Let's talk about the speakers. I know you touched upon it. So we have the Bose Corvette sound pan array. This has been specifically designed.
Yes.
This setup for this car.
Yes. So that's not a pan array. We do have a Corvette Bose Performance Series system.
Okay.
It is designed for this Corvette. Reason being, it's a small cockpit, so you need to place the speakers in specific locations so that you can get the ultimate sound experience, right? So that's why this speaker performance system, Bose Performance Series, is designed specifically for this Corvette.
And like, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but I see a lot of like this whole front center. Is that all speakers? Are those all speakers?
There's plenty of speakers in there.
Wow. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but again, almost all the passenger side and then creeping up to the middle. There's almost like a...
Even on this side.
Yeah, aesthetically it looks really, really cool, but it's intentionally set up again for the acoustics of the car.
Yes.
Which is really neat. Again, it's not something they necessarily needed to do. They could have just had a flat dash, right? But there's so many different things about the car that
Look
just
at the design and
accents
right here.
it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's almost like a trench. Like, you know, you're looking at it like a map, like topographic, and you take all the water out of a river.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like,
it looks like that.
Yeah,
It looks like it.
and it's almost like the river's been drained, but I'm assuming all the details. Again, here you see there's a slight lift, even speakers above and below, like everything. In terms of the headliner, is this suede Alcantara? What are we working with?
This is suede, but this comes standard with the 3LT.
Okay.
So when you're at the lower level, you don't get that.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. And the mirror. We can't forget about the mirror. What other supercar has a mirror like this? If
None.
any?
Not forget about supercars. There's not a single car that have those features, right?
So Nabil, do you mind if I just That was all too easy.
Yes.
That was very easy. I'm gonna check this out. So look at this. I don't know how well this is gonna pick up on camera, but you have the ability to switch between the digital camera as a rear view mirror and the actual mirror, the analog,
Yes.
you know, the old school, what we're used to.
And you know what? This came in so handy for this car specifically. Now remember, this technology has been out from GM exclusively since 2016.
Yeah.
And it won the best of what's new back then. And it's been trickled down to many of the cars we have. But it's really helpful and great in this car because when you look through that glass in the back, it's very narrow. You can't see a lot through that, right? But when you have this, you can see everything behind the car.
It's really smart.
And way
yeah.
more. And you can see your blind spots, any incoming traffic.
Yeah, it's super easy to drive.
Amazing. And again, you said it. You can raise it up and down. You can zoom in and out. You can make it dark. You can make it bright. Depends on the situation. You can tilt it down and up. Like it's great. This is an amazing feature. And you know, some of the customers that I sell them vehicles and they pick up their vehicles with this feature, they'd be like, "Whoa, like this is so new." And I'd be like, "I know, but try it out." And
tough to get adjusted to, but once you get used to it,
you cannot live without it.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about previous experience that I had a car that I'm driving from GM, and it had the feature, and I loved it. In the beginning, it was odd, but then I loved it. It was amazing. And then now I have a car without it, and it feels so odd that I'm driving without it, right?
And Nabil, so I gotta interrupt you again. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up. Our fuel economy is 9 liters per 100 kilometers right now.
Yeah.
9 liters.
So great you mentioned this as well, because this car comes with the following technologies: the direct injection,
Okay.
variable valve timing,
Okay.
and active fuel management. Now, active fuel management is great because it drops down cylinders from 8 to 4 when you're cruising.
Yeah.
So we're not always in V8.
So it's not always using the 8 cylinders.
No.
Which is obvious because if it's only using 10 liters per 100 kilometers,
Yeah.
what's that in miles per gallon in the States?
Well, you gotta do divide by 2.2 something, 2.23, I think.
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah,
But yeah.
It's way lower than that. Yeah, I mean it's just
The
great.
fuel economy is like, again, we're not just saying that. This is
Now,
pretty wild.
Remember something very important. For people who buy a sports car like this, fuel economy is not always something that they basically care about. But if you're taking that road trip and you're going a long distance,
Yeah,
then you care about it because you reduce the amount of stops you have on the way,
that's true. Yeah.
right? So it's not about, I know if you keep pushing the car so hard, you're not going to get those fuel economy numbers. But if you're taking a road trip, let's say you're going to Florida or going to New York, the amount of times you have to stop on the road to fill up the car will be less with those technologies and those features.
And like, again, talking about this car as an everyday driver, you mentioned you could even drive it in the snow if you wanted to. It does pretty well. But
Yeah, I wouldn't do it out of respect.
Probably not. Like that.
Yeah.
That's a little wild. But just in terms of using it almost like a daily driver, like I know some cars are, when you're talking about those supercars or performance cars, there's so many things that make them not I don't want to say irritating, but maybe not as much fun if you're getting in and out of them every day. Well, like everything that you're showing, it's so easy to get in the car. Like there's plenty of room. You don't feel cramped. It's super easy to take the top off. There's
Very light
there's
top,
no
by the way.
setup. The fuel economy is great. You don't have to worry about filling it every time you get up or get out. The navigation, like everything about this car, like for $100,000, like there's daily drivers that are more expensive than this. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And this is practical. There you go. See, we're getting some fans here. We're getting a lot of eyes in this car.
A lot of thumbs up.
So what'd you say? What color is this?
This is a Sebring orange.
Sebring orange.
Yeah.
And is that after the Raceway? Is that after something in particular here? Do we know the lineage?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know.
Okay, Nabil came. That was
I
the
don't
only
know.
question he came unprepared for today, but
Yeah.
very minor.
Yeah.
We'll forgive him for that.
So I want to talk about something specific to the seats. So there are 3 types of seats that you can get with this car.
yeah.
You have the GT1, the GT2, and the competition sport
What are
seats.
these ones, Nabil?
Those are the competition seats.
Cool. Carbon
So-
fiber.
So they have carbon fiber in them. Yes, they do, but also they're designed for performance driving, and you would feel that they're like really tight at the thighs, at the sides here, next to your back. So you do get
They
a lot
hug
of
you, yeah.
a lot of that. If you are basically driving this car on a daily basis, I wouldn't get those seats.
Okay.
And I don't have a really wide figure. Like I'm okay.
Yeah.
But if you want really nice seats, comfortable seats, go with the GT1 or GT2s. Those are way more comfortable, and I've tried them. I know they feel better. They feel way better. I mean, again, like
This is a cool car.
I'm beyond excited that I'm driving this car today.
Yeah.
to be honest, like I was lucky. Let me put it this way: this is not my client. This is my colleague's client, and because of what's happening nowadays, you know, with the COVID-19, what's going on.
Yeah, this was filmed. Hopefully, this vehicle or this video does well for the next little bit, but it was filmed in the thick of the COVID pandemic.
Yes. And my colleague unfortunately couldn't make it, so I volunteered
to do the delivery. He's still alive.
Absolutely. And I said to him, the first person I thought about was Nick. I said, hey Nick, listen, we got to do a video on the Corvette. I said, how? He said, we have a delivery, and he was super excited,
pumped.
And seriously, like for us to be able to do a video on a Corvette, it would take us a couple of years easily, because all the Corvettes coming in are sold, spoken for. All Corvette buyers would like to come and pick up their Corvettes personally. We are lucky that this guy is flexible for us to drop it off his house. And yeah, I mean, we're lucky, let's put it that way.
Cool.
We've driven the Corvette before anybody else.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, we are still recording audio, so that's awesome.
Good.
Yeah, so we're gonna have, I wonder how loud we're gonna be over the audio. Obviously we can boost the levels with that microphone, but I'm wondering if I gotta figure out how to do some mixing tonight in case I'm accidentally gonna raise the volume of the engine too. Yeah, this is it's a 2020 Corvette. Let's talk about expectations. Ordering the car. What should the people know? So if you're interested in calling a GM dealership, how can we set expectations, at least in Canada? What's the wait list on this car, Nabil?
There's a long wait list. This car has been hyped since the moment people started talking about it. Yeah. I know somebody at our dealership placed an order back in 2014.
Wow.
when there was just not rumors, thoughts about a mid-engine Corvette.
Wow.
So I would say if you're interested, place your deposit right away.
Yeah.
Don't delay. It's gonna take you some time to get it, a couple of years.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely worth it. And you know what? Placing your deposit now, secure you have a spot in the line.
Yeah.
And you will get one. You will get one. Now, the Corvette comes in two criterias, let's call them. One is the coupe with the removable hardtop, and the other one is a convertible. The convertible is awesome, by the way. It looks so beautiful when you put that top down.
Yeah.
But you would lose one thing, which is the beautiful glass that shows you the engine.
Oh, that's so nice. Such a nice to have.
So the debate and argument here would be
from the top and the side. From this side and the top, correct?
Yes.
Ah, that's too bad.
So you would you would still have the glass here, but you would lose the glass that makes the engine visible.
Gotcha.
So
from the outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you really care about seeing that beautiful engine, I would say go for the hardtop.
Cool.
And if you don't care about that, which I doubt you would be, but
there's going to be plenty of when you take the hardtop
absolutely.
off.
It's now of course the convertible has a different feeling when you put the top down. It's completely, you have way more openness, let's call it.
Mm-hmm.
But this does the job, and I would definitely go, myself personally, I would definitely go for a hardtop removable. And the removable tops comes in 3 types. You have the body colored, just like this one. This one is in orange. You have the transparent, which is awesome. I've seen it before. I've tried it on the C7. It's really cool to have. And then the last one is the visible carbon fiber weave on the outside.
Cool.
Which is really, really nice as well, to have that complementary look for the vehicle.
Awesome. Let's do a sign off, Nabil.
Yes, let's do it, because we're almost there.
Okay, so thank you so much to Nabil from Applewood Chevrolet for taking us out today. He's the man. He knows everything about these cars. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Super excited again. This is a Corvette C8. What a great opportunity for us both to be here in this car today, doing this delivery for our clients. There's gonna be plenty more action coming over the next couple days. We're gonna get some more videos out. Hopefully we can release this clip by clip and have a longer video. But again, thanks to Nabil. Nabil, what's your contact info?
416-878-7381, 905-606-5019.
Awesome. And guys, thank you so much again today for watching. We're going to put all of his contact details.
Look at that. We're going to raise the
top. Oh, wow. We got to raise the car going over the school bump. That is so cool.
Now, I'd ask you, do you want to remember it?
Yeah, we want to remember this.
You know what? I'm going to say you remember.
There you go. The first of 1,000.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Awesome. Wicked. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Until next time, take care.